Guys, hit that like button down below if you are excited for the Season 3 Battle Pass, and if you're gonna get it, because it's got some good things in it. But yeah, guys, that is exactly what we're gonna be covering in today's video. We're gonna be going over all of the details we know about the Season 3 Battle Pass so far, and we're gonna go over skins, what types of skins are going to be in the Battle Pass, other details about it, when it's going to release, leaks, things like that, just keeping you fully in the know with what is going to be happening with the next Battle Pass. So it's going to be a very fun video, guys. If you are new to the channel, remember to subscribe and turn on notifications for more videos like this, keeping you in the know. And on top of that, if you want to help support the channel, be sure to use code TheLlamaSir in the item shop. As an epic partner, it helps support the videos. And remember that code resets every 14 days, so make sure to re-put it in. But without further ado, guys, let's go ahead and hop into it with the first thing I want to talk about, and let's ease into some of the crazy stuff before we talk about the skins and things. First of all, when is the Battle Pass going to come out? Well, as a reminder, if you go onto the Fortnite Battle Pass page currently, you will see in the top right corner that it says now until June 4th. So obviously June 4th is a little bit under a month away, and the 4th is specifically on a Thursday. So sometimes it's a little bit weird if whether or not the new season is going to start on Thursday, but personally I think it would probably start on Friday early in the morning, and obviously that's June 5th. So yeah, again, a little bit under a month, so we gotta wait a bit more for the Season 3 Battle Pass, but it's coming, that's for sure. And speaking of which, let's go over some skins that are likely going to be in the Battle Pass that we already know about. Before we get into like the themed skins, we'll talk about that in just a second here. There are some skins that were leaked that are very likely going to be in the next Battle Pass. Now, the main one I want to talk about is the Airhead skin. You may remember hearing about this one months ago because, well, it was added into the files months ago. However, since then, it has never released into the item shop or a Battle Pass or anything like that, which is very, very odd. It's a skin that's really cool, very unique design to it, so why haven't they released it yet? Well, it's very likely that this could become a Battle Pass skin, and the reason I think that is because it reminds me a lot of what happened with the onesie skin. Now, you may remember, but that skin was leaked in the files far before it was eventually added into the Battle Pass. At first, it seemed like it was going to be added into the item shop, but then it never was, and again, it later released as a Battle Pass skin. So there's a lot of parallels that can be drawn between those two, since this one has been, out there for months now, but has never been released. That's what I think is going to happen with it. On top of that, there's also a similar skin called the Hitman skin, which I think is probably going to come into the item shop before the next season, but again, it's along the same line. So yeah, maybe one of these will be in the Battle Pass and one will be in the item shop, but I do find it peculiar that there's two fairly similar skins that haven't quite released yet. But again, depending on when you're watching this video, one might have released in the item shop already. Alright guys, but hopping into the game here, I want to take a look at something that references Season 3 on the map right now, and that'll obviously give us a better look at what is going to be in the Battle Pass for next season and stuff like that. And speaking of which, real quick right here, I definitely think they're going to continue with this overall Battle Pass lobby type thing, where you can check out the challenges on a table or something, or more specifically, you can just click around and take a look at the different things, like the daily challenges you have, the different characters to unlock and things like this, because honestly, I like it a lot. I really like the way they've been doing this stuff, so I think they're going to continue to do that next season with the new theme and stuff like that. With that being said, let's hop into a battle lab real quick. So first things first, before we take a look at this new thing, which is actually over in Lazy Lake, it also has to do with something we talked about in our previous video on Season 3, but one addition to that is also if you take a look here in Frenzy Farm, I believe if you head out into the front, yeah, there it is over there, the sign, the no sweat insurance sign. So again, we talked about this in the previous video, how those can be found at Pleasant Park, Sweaty Sands, and also Holly Hedges. And I think Salty Springs may have like one hidden somewhere, but mainly like these three locations and also Frenzy Farm. But yeah, that connects directly to this over at Lazy Lake. If you go over to Lazy Lake, you will find the main no sweat insurance building up in the middle of Lazy Lake. As you can see, the no sweat insurance sign right up there, and all of the stuff inside as well. Now, what's important about this is if you take a look at the side, you will start to see what are pieces of posters. Now, you may remember what those actually are, but let's go ahead and take a look over here. Yep, there you can see another one, and that one's even more obvious what it is, but let's continue around the building. Oh, here we go. We got the final one right there. So there are 3 posters that are slowly getting built up, I believe, and we already know exactly what those look like. Those are these posters right here, which again seem to be implying that Season 3 is going to be themed around underwater and stuff like that. So guys, with that being said, obviously some of the Battle Pass skins are going to be themed around underwater. So let's dive into what those skins are likely going to be like. See what I did there? But yeah, there's a few things that could be themed around this. One of the biggest ideas that is going around is that there's going to be some sort of Poseidon type skin, you know, Poseidon with the trident and stuff like that. We haven't had a skin like that before. I guess sort of the Love Ranger skin is a bit similar because he's in a way a Greek inspired, which Poseidon, pretty sure he's Greek, right? Or am I completely wrong about that? Leave a comment down below. I can't remember. Poseidon, obviously, when you think of some water character, he's one of the main ones that pops out, and there's definitely a lot of creative ideas and directions you could go when making a skin themed around Poseidon here in Fortnite. So that is a very likely option. Or how about a female version of Poseidon? Maybe it could look something like this. It doesn't even have to be Poseidon themed. It could just be a character that controls water or stuff like that. And either one of those would be very likely for a tier 100 skin because they're sort of like the boss of the water, whereas Midas was the boss of the agency and he was the tier 100 skin. These ones could be, you know, a similar type thing. Maybe they can turn weapons into a water type wrap as well. That would be super cool. And on top of that, you've got like Aquaman. That could be a cool inspiration for a skin, but that's a bit tougher to do since Aquaman is technically owned by another company, but something themed around an aqua water superhero, I could maybe see that. And of course, you got maybe divers, although we already have had diver themed skins. We've also had beach themed skins. I'm trying to think what else could be themed around water, but you know, they could just completely revamp that type of idea. On top of that, could add like another coral type skin or fish themed skin. Maybe Fish Stick's brother could be added in. We did get Agent Peely, so a version of Fish Stick for the Battle Pass could be very likely as well. Then keeping it going here, let's talk about what the secret skin of the Battle Pass could be, because this season's Battle Pass secret skin was obviously Deadpool, which has got to be the best secret skin we've had in a Battle Pass, right? Leave a comment down below if you think Deadpool was the best bonus for the Battle Pass. I definitely think so, but with that being said, there is potential for the next skin to be fairly similar. If you guys remember, we talked about this a little bit before in a previous video, but Donald Mustard, you know, the creative director for Epic Games, gives us a lot of interesting info about things being added into the game. He put up a tweet in reply to the Russo brothers, who had directed, I think, Endgame, right? But they had something to do with a recent movie called Extraction. Now, they had also tweeted who you got in a fight, Tyler Rake or John Wick. And Donald Mustard responded to that, hey Joe, maybe we should put Rake in Fortnite and find out. So again, maybe Tyler Rake could be the secret Battle Pass skin. Who knows? It's definitely a possibility. It wouldn't be as cool as Deadpool, that's for sure. But maybe they do add something interesting like that. Or on top of that, maybe they add some other type of cross promotion, maybe with Marvel or something along those lines. I'd be very curious to see, but I'd love to see more, you know, superhero or super character type stuff, if that makes sense. And then of course, they've got to continue with the fun challenges with the secret skin for each week, because doing the Deadpool challenges was a ton of fun. I loved helping you guys out with those. And remember, if you're not subscribed yet, hit that subscribe button, because I'll be helping you guys out with the challenges for the Battle Pass next season, just like I've done for every Battle Pass that has ever released. But how about some more specific details about the Battle Pass? Like, what is it going to cost? Well, it's very likely that it's going to follow the same exact pattern, whereas the base Battle Pass is going to be 950 V-Bucks, and then the upgraded or head start version of the Battle Pass is going to be 2800 V-Bucks. The one where it gets you a level or tier head start. What was the one this season? It was around 25, right? Correct me if I'm wrong, but it'd probably be around that number for the next season's Battle Pass as well. And on top of that, it also is going to more than likely contain V-Bucks inside of the Battle Pass. Every Battle Pass in the past, I'm pretty sure, has contained 1500 V-Bucks that you unlock by going through the tiers or levels of the pass. So it's like 99% confirmed that this Battle Pass will again have 1500 V-Bucks, which is, you know, pretty cool. And also, what other items is it going to contain, or what amounts of items is it going to have? Well, again, it's likely going to have 100 tiers or levels of items, and based off of this season's Battle Pass, as well as a bit of, you know, the previous season's Battle Passes, the likely numbers are 8 skins, which is a lot of skins. But yeah, 8 skins has been pretty standard for all of the Battle Passes, 7 main ones in the Battle Pass, and then a secret bonus skin to make 8. On top of that, likely there's going to be 7 gliders, which again is quite a few. Similarly, probably 6 to 7 pickaxes, which is pretty cool. The pickaxes are one of my favorite items. Besides the skins, I do like trying out the different pickaxes. Emotes can range from like 5 to 7. Season 2 had more emotes than usual with 7, so it could be somewhere in between there. Also 8 backblings, 1 for each skin in the battle pass, 6 wraps, 5 contrails, which are more so like the bonus items. You don't use them a ton, but they're still pretty cool to have. And on top of that, there's likely going to be music packs, sprays, emoticons, loading screens, and stuff like that. I'm also curious to see if they return items like toys, because those are fun to mess with. And speaking of skins, one of the new things they did this season in season 2 was add like special abilities to the battle pass skins. Like for example, Midas was able to turn everything he touched into gold, which is a very cool thing to see. Sky uses her hat and turns it into her glider and also an emote, which was very awesome. And similarly, you've got like Tiantina, who has a special emote that changes the look of the skin. Overall, there were some very interesting bonuses to the skins in the battle pass. So with that being said, I definitely believe they're going to continue with that stuff into the season 3 battle pass, and we're going to be seeing something along the lines of, again, a water skin. Maybe it rides like a dolphin or something like that as a glider. I don't exactly know. That would be pretty funny though, you gotta admit. Either way, yeah, again, I think it's very likely. But anyways, guys, that is going to be it for today's video. I hope you enjoyed it, and if you did, remember to hit that subscribe button down below and turn on notifications for more videos like this, keeping you up to date in Fortnite. On top of that, you can check out some of my previous videos on the screen right now. Got some good ones, definitely check them out. But again, guys, I hope you enjoyed today's video, and I will see you in the next one.